Hello, how is everyone today? So, hi Crow, how are you? We are going to keep playing Dark Knights. We are going for Zeikun's route. We still have a normal ending and the romantic ending to get. We're going for a normal ending. Let's hope we get it, because last time it was really difficult to get the normal ending with Kratos, so yeah. Without further ado, let's just switch and go. Yes, that's the guy with the scars. I remember. It's funny that that's the only thing you remember from him. So I don't think we got any new image from last time. I still like this one so much, and this one. Wow. I think his scars are supposed to be on his right arm. Yeah, on this one. I'm thinking, what if the scars are right here, where our protagonist has the hairs? Because it feels like it's just probably there. No, the arm. No, uncovered. Yeah, the arm that is uncovered. No, it is right. It is on the right side. It is normal in both sides. The Ahori has no problem. I think the only thing is this one, but this is also different. It's not as much on the shoulder. And there's only 2 stripes. I think the other one was like 3. Yeah, and there's more on the shoulder. So I think it just has multiple scars, and we just thought this one was there. But then those should be here too, and they are not, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we have any new image here either. And the same here. Oh, we got this one. We got unintentional seduction. No, the sleeves is on the right place. So here it's there, like you can see on the main picture, is on the left. Here is also on the left. And here is also on the left. Tashi materializes from the darkness, his eyes gleaming in the dim moonlight. Did you miss me? Maybe you've been dreaming of me. It's okay, don't worry about it. His lips form a twisted smile and his eyes glow red. I have no intention of bantering with him. I rush out of my room, knowing that I cannot defeat him alone. Only one person can help me. I seize my jacket and umbrella and on the way out, but grinds to a halt when I reach the front door. No, you wish his cars would make up. Also, hi Effie, where are you? How are you? Panic rises in me as I frantically start undoing the locks. This takes so much time. Maybe I should take the back door. I've never met anyone so stubborn. It's enticing. I scream when Kaishi appears out of nowhere. Again with the screaming. Who do you think can hear you? Kaishi grins down at me, rather than trying to grab me. Both his arms across his chest, daring me to make a move. I spin around and dash for the back door, slamming it behind me as I rush outside. Fearfully, I keep checking over my shoulder, but Kaishi is nowhere to be seen. My heart is racing in my chest, but my mind is crystal clear. I know exactly where to go. I collapse against the door of the fancy house, banging my fist and ringing the doorbell as if my life depends on it. Thank you for the hug, I appreciate it. Oops. I totally didn't hug myself. Please open. I almost fall forwards when the door finally opens. I am overcome with relief to see a familiar gas mask. Shane stares down at me, half-lidded eyes. I cannot tell if he's sleepy or annoyed about the ruckus. I need your help. It's going to kill me. As soon as the words leave my mouth, Shane pulls me in. I did want his help, but I never expected him to let me into his house. I take deep breaths, trying to calm down and observe my surroundings. Shane stands before me, wearing a blank expression. Belatedly, I realize he's wearing less clothing than usual. I'm sorry for waking you. I didn't know where else to go. The Shinigami was chasing me. Shane is still silent. He must be wondering how I knew to find him. You're the only person I can rely on, Shane. You saved me once before. I'm not guarding you anymore. I told you that. His expression goes arrogant as he slowly leans toward me. Sweat runs down my back and I hold my umbrella tightly. My heart tightens at his cold tone. I was sure he would kick me out, but instead he pulls away, rolling his eyes. Whatever you want. Relief rushes through me. Thank you. And walks away, dropping himself on the couch. Despite his indifference, I'm thankful I am not on his best side. For all its creepiness, his other is surprisingly normal. Now that he is wearing a lot less, I notice numerous tattoos and scars lining his body. From his muscles, I can tell he keeps himself active. I shouldn't stare too much. He's planning to sleep out here? He might catch a cold. I'm going to grab a blanket. Where can I find one? Shane's eyes remain closed. Okay, then I'll do a quick search. Maybe I can start with that room? There's a cabinet in the room at the end of the hall. Don't go anywhere else. I go to the room you mentioned and come back with a sheet. Is it okay if I borrow this? Yeah. Since it does not kick me out, I follow his example and take a seat on adjacent sofa. You ward off this Shinigami so easily last time. I thought you must be scared. Is there anything I can do to scare the Shinigami? I'll head home tomorrow. Good night, Shane. Even though it may be safe for now, my mind is not at ease. I was my guard before, but I do not feel comfortable around him. He has shown that he does not mind hurting me when I was close to Kaishi. Hello, Leo. How are you? I'm so glad you typed that. Exactly that. It is a time traveling game. Nothing. Don't worry about it. There's nothing for you to worry about. I don't know, I still need to clean it. Haven't cleaned it yet. I actually still need to clean it. I was doing that a little bit earlier though. I find really great, like, not Easter eggs, not Easter eggs, what is the name for it? No, it's still on my screenshot folder. Everything is still on my screenshot folder. That's why I said I still need to clean it. But how do we call it? Oh yeah, I found some really precious gems on my screenshot folder, mainly from Aya, which I sent to her, and she was like, "Oh my god!" And like, yep. I glance at Shane, who is still awake. He is counting something on his fingers. I'm intrigued by what he is thinking. It's not that much of a tea. It's just Aya being Aya. I can show the ones that were like public kind of thing, like for example, discard status. And like a Twitter post. So this one was like me and Aya talking in one Twitter post, and then she, instead of replying, she made like a post saying thank you, Didi, and she was like, wait, where did my reply went? And then I was like, oh, I found your reply, and she's like, wait, where? And like right here. So yeah. This is back from 2024, by the way. I also have these. This is the wrong place. I also have these when I was playing Cinderell's Number Nevermore, where I just put showers on everyone. Like Colonel was not there. I just put a PNG from Corners and put showers on everyone. This was just me going to I like what this was probably just like screenshotting and going to I like what the heck did you meant? And now like I sent it to her and she was like, what the hell? What is that? I'm like, I don't know, it's your post. It's funny that you understand that from the whole post and I don't. But yeah, to be fair, I would agree with Chancel on the like. I prefer. I would like. I'll just forget to take pictures because I'm not like very picture type of person. But yeah, there is also this one. This is still everything from 2024. This was literally 1 year ago. Yeah, this is all public. This is all public. Things like the most like DM stuff. I just save it. Yeah. What else? What else? Mirabelle did this face once while I was playing Disney, and I was just screenshot it because I was like, "Oh my god, she's judging." Like the game just glitched and stopped it like this. So yeah. Oh, then I also played Spill the Beans, and like this character reminded, especially when doing this face, reminded me so much of Aya, so I just screenshot it and went to I like it too. Oh, also I was playing the demo, so I don't know. Then I don't remember when, but we were playing Among Us, and I saw this, and I was like, oh my god, what I just saw. And this reminds me a lot of like a cursed emote, right, Leo? So I sent this, so they didn't saw this, and then I had to send this on the group. I think it was on Nomi's celebration. And then I just have a screenshot of my party last year. Me, Zeph, and Nomi just waiting for Cronus to join because Cronus was like, I am joining. And we were just waiting for him. Not the cursed one. The thing is, it wasn't busy during that time. It was just, I don't know, being him. I don't know. Yeah. And this was how far I went. So I went from 7 for like 930 to 740 screenshots, and I haven't cleared it yet. I haven't cleared it all yet. So yeah. He cracks his wrist before letting out a sigh. Finally, he closes his eyes. Despite my discomfort, I assume Shane would not harm me intentionally. I keep my watch on him until my eyelids start to feel heavy. When I wake up, Shane is nowhere to be found. Today is Saturday. I'm off from school. Yeah, I actually thought, like, instead of sending the message to I about it, I actually thought about commenting it on Twitter, but then I was like, nah. But I'm considering, especially because there was one time that we were watching a K-drama, me, I, and Mara, and I think Zev was also there, and Acer. And I don't. I wanted to say something, and she said other thing instead. So Mara just made a Discord status about it because I wanted to say they finally kissed and I'm clapping, and instead she said, they finally clapped and I'm kissing. And I'm kissing. So then then Mara just did this as their Discord status. Another thing that I think it's funny is this. Like I said, I screenshot a lot of my friends' status. Okay? I screenshot a lot of my friends' status. Yeah, that raccoon is not doing okay. It just happens. I also have these from when I was working on the magazine. Someone did this. The thing is, me and Nami are collectors, me and Nami are hoarders. You saw my craft store on Leo's celebration. Did you really want to judge me like that? No. I don't know yet. Because I'm still going around and asking. I'm still going around and asking people. I also need to do like a spreadsheet from Google with like the ideas organized But and I need to look like maybe after stream I'll look at it like okay, now what to do. I don't know. Because then I remember another thing that is gonna happen next week, and I'm like, I can't say it because Mary went to be like, who taught you that word? I'm like, ma'am. Um, yeah, about that, let me just DM you later because I don't want to suck. Okay, don't worry. The sunflower. Yeah, secret message, a secret code, you know. Write it on invisible ink. No, he didn't taught me that word. I know that word for a good amount of time by now. I knew that word before I was even an adult. Can you believe that? I'm an adult. And what? Okay, I I didn't took pictures of. Oh, it's talking to Crow. Okay. Don't eat the paper. Don't be a crow. To be fair, I sent something to Aya this week, and she responded me with a bite, and I was like, "No love bite," and she was like crying, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I feel so bad now." No eating paper, because for who doesn't know, Aya, one of Aya's love languages is bite. If she likes you, she will bite you. Yeah. Being chased in the middle of the night must have shocked me numb. I can hardly believe I slept so deeply. Since Kaishi never come after me, I wonder if this house is designed to keep out evil spirits. I saw that! I saw that too! That's Mina! That's Mina! No? There was a lot of times that she's on stream and she's like, that's so cute, and then she kills it! And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No. You, no. You are just very pliable? Bullyable? I don't know. But also, I won't keep because I don't eat or sleep. But yeah, that's another thing. Like, whenever people go like, "Oh, I want," it's so cute, I want to bite it, or it's so cute, and then squeeze it to hurt until it hurts it, and I'm like, how the hell can you do that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I hope Kaishi has not been lingering around my house all night. In any case, I will report the incident to the police. Also, another thing, for example, was one time she was like, "Oh, this is Z-chan," blah blah. What really happened? Then Mina just kills it, and I'm like, okay. And then she's like, "Don't tell me about it." I'm like, "I'm here. They don't need to tell me. I'm here. I saw it. I'm clipping that." I know I told Shane I would leave in the morning, but but curiosity compels me to stay. The living room looks normal, but there is not much personality in its decoration. All plain colors, no picture frame, no knickknacks, or novelties. I guess he lives alone. Everything is so tight though, right? I think I normally go for look for personal belongings, but since now I need to get a good choice, I'm gonna put find document. And probably takes his work home. This is my chance to find out what investigators are up to. I pull open a few drawers and find multiple striped shirts. They're identical to the one I've always seen him wear, so they must be spares. If I were him, where would I keep important documents? I head into the next room. It's small and plain, save for a large desk in the corner, with all sorts of papers scattered across it. A corkboard hangs above the desk. Various news articles and dossiers are pinned to it, alongside some photos of people who were reported missing. I approach the desk. The papers are just reports of events that happen around the village. But what draws my attention most is an open notebook with a black cover stuck between two pages. 3 a.m. Shinigami K moves to East District. Target unknown. Last sight 4:20 a.m. Human X in sight at Blubbly Blue Blue needs revision. Apparently, he keeps a GPS device on hand. I hope he didn't put a tracker on me. I have a fair guess that Shinigami K is Kaishi, but who could Demon X be? Leaning against the desk, I flip to the notebook, which is full of notes on all the creatures he has encountered. I almost do not notice a necklace dropping onto the floor. A dark cross? I've got one at home too. I put it back carefully, not wanting to make more of a mess. Going back to the notebook, I decide to look at the first page, which seems to be a list. School goes to Anna and crossed. Zombie 30 marked. Angel 1. The list goes on, even onto the next page. I can't believe so many supernatural beings exist right here in the village, and so many have been eliminated. I freeze when I reach the last and presumably most recent target on his list. Villagers 10. Cross it out. With this notebook? Villager are his targets too? Don't be so curious. Jane's voice startles me, and I hold the notebook against my chest as I turn around to see him standing in the doorway. You're back. I never left. My duties are at night. I quickly place the notebook back on his desk as he approaches. His eyes glance at the desk, then at me. I thought he would get upset, but his gaze is emotionless as ever. What did he find? Just some reports and such? I'm surprised that you have notes on otherworldly beings. It's not a secret. I'm an investigator and a hunter. I look at him in confusion and listen quietly as he explains. The reason this village has been peaceful is because I've been hunting down those creatures. Lately, the numbers are increased. If that wasn't bad enough, my partner also went missing. Does that mean those murders and kidnappings are not done by humans? Remember that Shinigami at your place? He has caused some of those incidents. So you plan to kill him just like you did to the others? Anne averts his eyes and moves to the desk. He takes all the papers, stacking them into a pile. I didn't tell the pile, I don't know why. He also takes the notebook and drops it into a lower drawer, locking it with a key, which he tucks away somewhere. I saw you wrote. I saw you wrote villagers on it on your dead note. Those were accidents. I had no choice. I just thought to record them regardless. Many casualties with people. I'm surprised you're not fired from your job. Those are not related to my job as an investigator. When I reported them. Speaks in an emotional and honest tone, as if the accidents were nothing. 10 innocent people were killed by his hands, and all he has to say about it is not having a choice. The deaths were never reported in the news, so it must not be public knowledge. Since he seems to work on his own, I assume the police does not know whether or how far has Shane gone in these supernatural pursuits. If you ever get in my way, remember that I won't hesitate to do the same to you. He has always been cold, but now I see he barely has a heart at all. Shin glances at me expectantly, probably hoping that was the last of my questions. I remind him I'll get even more confused trying to understand the situation. I should do more research on those creatures. Shane says that they are responsible for all the recent events, but I can't trust his words. I need to solve this case by myself before he ends up hurting more people. I should go before I get in your way. Thank you for everything so far. He only turns his back to me, saying nothing. Shane's notebook mentioned the forest image, but I didn't find any descriptions about his appearance. I hope the library has more details. His comment about the other creatures bothers me. Is it only Shane's job, or do the police know about it too? How long have they been hiding it? Just as I begin to drown in my own thoughts, I suddenly catch sight of a familiar face. It's that boy from the elite class. He casually leans against the wall while flipping through a book. After a moment, he looks up from his reading with a disappointed glare, shoves his book onto the nearby shelf before reaching up for another one. I could use a distraction after everything I learned about Shane's hunting. I take a book from the top shelf and hand it over to him. Is this the one you wanted? The boy looks at me and thought I am offering him poison, but takes the book. Remember me? We bumped into each other at school a little while ago. I'm Diviana. What can I call you? The boy quirks a brow, sarcastic as much as annoyed, before looking away and flat out ignoring my question. He returns to his perch at the wall and flips through the book I got from him. Wait a minute, I just realized something! So when Blaze uses his kind of time traveling abilities to show us what happened to Kuratsu and everything, and it doesn't work, is it because technically he's a demon, it's from hell? So is it because since he's a demon and we have the power that we actually don't know there, that we have the power to repel any demon's magic? So that's why we restart again when it fails, he is not able to do it and fails, and we restart again with our memory wiped, kind of time traveling ourselves. Because Kaishi knows, but it doesn't mention anything on Kuratsu's route about it. But here he mentions it to us a lot of times. He returns to his perch at the wall and flips through the book I got for him. He's scared. I take a book of my own from the shelf and walk over to the nearby table to sit and read, halfway to my first chapter. I hear the boy's sighs. Apparently, it was not what he was looking for. Want me to put it back? Ignoring me, he stands on his tippy toes as he tries to grab another book. Is it impossible for him to get there? Yet he keeps trying. I would help again, but he would probably reject it this time. You can always ask for help. A sharp look he gives me my way stops me from continuing that sentence. And in the end, he goes to grab a chair while glaring daggers at me. What does he have to prove? Kaishi. His student voice almost startles me. It takes me a second to realize he was answering my previous question. Did he say Kaishi? That's funny. Yesterday I encountered someone with the same name. He's older, but I suppose it does look like you. I know that. The truth is, I'm the Shinigami. I gasp in surprise. Can't be serious, but he said Shinigami, didn't he? Yeah, the same person, no joke. His body's wrapped within time. I only look like this during the day. At night, I go back to my normal form. Long story short, I'm cursed. I'm trying to find a solution in the library, no success so far, as you can see. Yeah, this is another thing. He also never tells us that he's like he only tells us that he's cursed, and assuming that he's because of Karato. But like he never tells us like any important details about like, oh yeah, I'm looking at it like befriending us. I don't get it. Why are you telling me this? So you won't ask more questions, and I won't need to hear your voice. Besides, we would have found out sooner or later. Telling you now doesn't make a difference. Don't worry, I'm not interested in taking you, for now. Taking you is like catching fish with bare hands, always slipping through my grasp. None of my tackles have escaped past the second try. You're clinging onto life is so tightly. It's almost pitiful to take it. I stare at him speechless. He has the gall to start reading his book, ignoring me once again. The story sounds strange coming from his little boy, but I do not see any reason to not believe him. Part of him feels familiar, reminiscent of his adult form. So, why are you kidnapping people? Ashi does not look up at me and continues flipping through this book. Are you the one behind those deaths? Kaishi! Jeez, I heard it the first time, you don't. What makes you think it's appropriate to ask such questions in public? But you're not going to shut up, are you? I might as well explain later. What about now? Standing up, I grab his arms and pull him to his feet. Ashley drops the book he's holding when I take his hand. I take him behind the bookshelf, out of people's sight. Are you serious? I didn't even wait for half a second before dragging me off. Now we're alone. You can keep your voice low. Now tell me about it. I cross my arms and look directly at him. Asher rolls his eyes before letting out a small of. Not like I was doing anything important anyway. Alright then. Do you know about the legend of the forest demon? Of course, everyone knows. In the legend, the demon cursed a few villagers. That part is true. Curse is passed from generation to generation. Now it's collecting the currently cursed souls before the. I'm collecting the currently cursed souls before the cycle can continue. So you're killing the villagers? Sort of, but it's for their own good. You can't just kill innocent people, cursed or not. Think about it. Is that why you are after me? You're one of the cursed ones, yes. The last of you. Tell me, what kind of curse is it? It attracts supernatural to the victim. The hungry kind. Many of those who survive go insane. Also gonna be BRB. My fan was doing some really weird noises. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, I'm back. The only one haunting me is you. Stop with this whole stealing nonsense and leave me and the villagers alone. You have no idea how much trouble it was to pinpoint my target. Besides, collecting souls is my job. I won't simply stop just because you asked me to. Couldn't find me even though you've gone to the same school for years. We've gone. Hey, I haven't been here that long. I don't have a built-in radar. Kashi pouts, puffing its cheeks like a child. Him being in this armless form gives me the urge to tease him. I'm here right in front of you, with no guards around. Why don't you take the chance? I already explained why. I lean closer, with a dark grin, and lower my head until our eyes are even. Drop the bluff. You can't do anything in your daytime form, can you? You better not provoke me. I poke his cheek, pretending to be scared. Oh, mighty Shinigami, I'm so scared. Please don't take my soul. Telling you was a bad idea. Someone as dull as you probably wouldn't ever figure it out after all. Eh? Let's see who gets who first. It looks so adorable, I almost feel bad about you getting hurt the other night. Please, I don't want to hear that line, especially from you. I laugh, amused at his reaction. If everything he says is true, then the murders were not his doing. I assume he would not take the effort to torture bodies or dump them in public places carelessly. So far, though, he is the prime suspect of the disappearance. You know, even if I can stop you, Shane will. I have to deal with him eventually anyway. He is yet another cursed human. Although he is really annoying to deal with. So I'm letting him off the hook for now. For right now. You're on his death list. Be careful, he isn't your typical investigator. Why are you telling me this? You're not the bad guy I thought you were, but I'm still against the idea of taking souls. Expect me to hunt you during the day if you do that again. Huh? Can you imagine what the world would be if no one died? Would you prefer to live a life haunted by creatures? Or start over with a clean slate? Like I said, the only one bothering me is you. You should offer to help people instead of being a pest. Besides, Mr. Gasmask, is there anyone besides Mr. Gasmask, is there anyone else cursed at school? Maybe. I haven't found all of them yet. Tell me about the details of the curse. I don't know. After all, you don't ask about the nature of your dish. You just eat it. I do not know if I believe everything Kaishi said. He could have been trying to trick me into lowering my guard. The encounter with Zeikun comes to my mind. I am sure they are familiar with each other, but do not know their relationship. By the way, do you know something about the forest demon? No. Don't lie. The first time you kidnapped me, you were nearly shot down by him. I don't know. Am I annoyed that he does not give me answers? Even though it is obvious he is hiding something. I tackle him on the ground, moving on top of him, staying quiet. He futilely tries to fend me off. This is how I felt when you kidnapped me. Not very nice, huh? Now spill it. What a forceful person you are. Well, there is not much I can tell you anyway. I'm not really on good terms with the forest demon. They're the one who keeps seeking out conflict. You should ask them, not me. Perhaps they know something about your curse as well. Alright then. If anyone sees us, They think you're trying to assault me. I was just testing the strength of your deform, in case you keep bothering me. Ashley glares at me, and in response, I throw a devilish smirk. The shuffling of feet grabs my attention, and I quickly get off him. First, I would react to that. The student then passes by, does a double take, seeing Kaishi lying on the floor at my feet. He looks back at me and slowly walks away. Kaishi grumbles as he stands up. You're lucky I'm not in my true form. I would have taken you right here. Now excuse me. Before he walks away, he throws a glare at me. I will remember this. I return home, but just before I enter the door, my mind wanders off to Shane. Maybe I should warn him that Cash is after him. Or does he already know? Even if he's prepared, will it make a difference? While making dinner, I hear the doorbell. Who's there? It is rare for me to have visitors this late. When I open the door, a woman stands in front of me. Her eyes are blank, not really staring at anything in particular. Immediately I know something is not right. Chill runs over my body as I step back in an ease. Hey, aren't you the person who went missing a few days ago? I open my mouth to ask again, but she suddenly lips with me. Wait, I don't remember the answer. I know where this is going. I need to do something because I don't remember the answers. And if I fail, I'll die. Reflexes make me jump to the side, dodging as she dives for the floor. I grab a nearby umbrella and bring it down over her head. She lets out the pain at the ground, and I take this chance to shove her out of the door, which I then promptly slump shut. The woman starts banging the door from the other side, and I quickly slit the lock in place, fingers trembling. I quickly shut the back door in the kitchen and then all the windows in the living room. Good, everything is locked. I only relax after the banging on the door stops. What was up with that woman, though? What happened to her? I pull out my phone to dial the police. With every ring, I can hear more groaning and shuffling outside. On my umbrellas, there's more of them. I drop my phone when I see a woman's face outside the window. Her empty gaze meets mine. I have to get out of here. I jump back from the window. I have seen that woman, named Hammy, in the newspaper listed under missing people. The banging starts up again. The voices behind the front door grow louder, as if multiplying. A chill runs on my spine. If they break in, I am dead meat. I don't know why these people are here, and in such weird states. It starts to... Perhaps Kaishi was right in saying I'm being hunted. Kaishi, Maybe I could call him for help. Wait, why am I thinking about him? There's no guarantee that he would come to my aid, if I can't even find a way to contact him. The police office is the only safe enough place I can think of. At that time, I hear the sound of shattering glass somewhere. As I predicted, I cannot stay here. I clutch my umbrella close as I run to the back door. As I'm running, I look back. A number of people are surrounding my house, and some are already chasing after me. Jeez, why am I suddenly being attacked by a bunch of weirdos? Panic scattered my thoughts as I nearly trip over a crack in the sidewalk. Before I get lost in the darkness, I try to regain my bearings. Huh? The old house? This isn't close to the police office. I must go on. I forgot the right way. I'm not used to the village at night. Huh? How did I end up here? This is far from the police office. I never knew there was a temple in the forest. Sorry, I just need to use a nail file. Something is bothering me. I never knew there was a temple in the forest. I glanced back to see the crowd of people still following me. There is even more of them than before, judging from the sluggish way they move. Something is off. Wait, I've got drunkards chasing after me. This better be a joke. I can hide out in the temple, but I have a feeling these people will not stop there. Using self-defense against them shouldn't be an issue, right? Suddenly, a few of them pop up in front of me. I thought I had lost them, but in fact, they are, and there have been more of them quietly roaming the forest. With them right on my heels, I rush out of the temple yard. I may be dooming myself by being in the corner, being in the center of a wide open area, but at least I will not be caught off guard by any surprise attacks. Tightening my grip on my umbrella handle, I leap forward, swinging it left and right. Chills run across my body when I feel the impact of metal against bone. Surprisingly, they are weaker than I thought and go down very easily. I try not to think about it when they do not stand back up. I continue hitting and swinging, but there are too many, and end up surrounded. Having a look around at all of them with a glare, feeling scared anymore. You guys are nothing compared to the gangs I fought during freshman year. One comes close to biting a chunk of my arm, but I bat him aside. When he falls, it leaves a gap in the crowd that allows me to continue carving an escape path. I am almost free from the crowd when a hand suddenly grabs my ankle. Out of guard, I fall back and hit the cold grass, losing my umbrella in the process. I hear a strange noise behind me, followed by a short silence. Turning around, I see dozens of faintly glowing springs covering the entire area. They seem to gather in bunches, with some intersecting each other, but all of them are attached to a part of each person in the crowd. I cannot tell where the screams originated, but it seems to pin the crowd in place. Taking the chance, I scramble for my umbrella, which I found at the feet of one person, and resume throwing blows. The strings fade away as soon as I strike one down. After a while, the whole field is full of unmoving bodies. Phew, that was tough. Are you okay? My face brightens up when I hear a familiar voice. Zeikun jumps off from the roof of the temple and approached me. Was he the one pulling those glowing strings? I tried to thank him, but the pain in my leg cut me off. I looked down to see a hole in my thigh-high sock, showing a gash on my knee. Right, I hurt myself during that fall earlier. Great job luring those freaks here. Hearing the sarcasm in his voice, I puffed my cheeks. Thanks, I could have died on my way here. By the way, do you have any idea what happened to these people? I don't get why they were all after me. They were possessed, and probably had no idea what they were doing. I glanced down at the field, and Zeikun followed my gaze. Guessing from what I've seen, they're already dead to start with. You don't have to feel guilty about this. I nod, but I still cannot avert my gaze from the bodies. Thank you for earlier. The silence feels awkward, perhaps. It might be better if I just return home. I wave at him before turning around to lick my lip. The pain in my leg makes me stop and grit my teeth. Oh, my knee. Zeikun takes a few steps toward me and quickly kneels down, examining where I hurt myself. I feel a bit embarrassed at how close he is. Stay with me for tonight. Wait, what? As he stands, he knocks the back of my knees, making me lose balance and fall backwards. I almost shout at him, but then he catches me in his arms, lifting me bridal side. Unlike last time, where he treated me like a bag of potatoes, he is surprisingly gentle. Where are we going? My residence. He heads into the temple confidently, unbothered by the darkness. I didn't expect you to live here. You didn't think I lived in a cave, did you? No. Zeikun carefully puts me on the ground, then kneels in front of me. He takes my leg and pulls down my sock. The dried blood pulls out the wound, making me wince. Hey! The intense look on his face makes me look away instead. I do not need to look at the wound to know that the cut is pretty bad. He places his hand on the wound and I feel the area growing hot. It feels strange but comfortable. A second later, I turn to see him wiping the blood off my knee with a cloth. Cut as caused perfectly, without a scar or a blemish, as if it never got cut. What is this sorcery? Are you hurt anywhere else? No, I'm totally fine. Thank you, Zeikun. You just helped me? That's amazing. You're like a saint. I'm not dead yet. Besides, I'm far from being holy. Without further explanation, Zeikun silently stands and walks away. I thought he left. But a moment later, he returns with my umbrella. There are a few blood stains on it, but it's still in one piece. Thank you for fetching it. Zeikun sits opposite to me and lets out a sigh. Let's call it today and get some rest. Tomorrow you're going to help me bury those corpses. So that is the third reason you wanted me to stay. Knock them down, so take responsibility for it. I know you are horrified and feel guilty, but burying them is the best you can do. These people won't rest in peace until you burn or bury their bodies. Fine, I'll do it. Even with the pain in my leg gone, I cannot think about sleeping. Glancing at Zeikun, I realize it is a good time as Anna to talk. By the way, are you aware that the police are investigating the forest? There are a lot of them. I was worried. Worried about me? Well, I saw you burying a corpse a few days ago and clicking over my mouth after blurting that out. Zeikun eyes flash in the darkness, and he simply leans over me. His large body looming over me makes me feel like I'm caged in. I freeze up. Did I hit a nerve? Staring down into my eyes, he speaks in a serious tone. Did you think I killed those missing people, Diviana? He gets straight to the point, his eyes look intense, almost threatening. I take a deep breath and answer him honestly. That's what I saw, but to be honest, I don't know the details of what happened. I wanted to ask you about it before jumping to conclusions. I want to trust that you're a good person. His gaze stays on me for a few more seconds. The expression softens as he pulls away. No one ever said that about me before. Maybe I was too quick to judge him. He sits down, mumbling softly. I want to know more about him, but I may hit a landmine if I dig too deep. I know you're trying to help, but don't involve yourself further. It's too late. I'm already involved. Not for long if you continue like this. Not only are you fragile, but you're walking on a tightrope above death. You almost drowned, fell from the sky, you got chased by the undead, and I warned you from the beginning to stay out of the forest. Hey, the last two weren't my fault. Doesn't matter what's your fault. Maybe you're the one who's bad luck. Yes, I cursed you, so don't come back. No matter what I say, I keep pushing you away. It starts to get annoying, but I persist. No, I won't leave until this whole mess is solved. Don't you know that the body count rises every week? This village is dear to me, and I want to protect my friends. I don't want to end up as a victim either. I have a gut feeling that something in this forest is related to these misfortunes. Hi Zev, how are you? You're still going on about the demon. It might not be a demon, but I'm certain something is going around killing people. Eat ice cream. Or warm tea. Either of those. It's good for it. At least I heard some. Oh my god, I'm sorry. At least I heard some. I'll continue to argue until it's late. This small. Everything is dark around me. I fumble around for something to grasp, but there is nothing but empty space. Where is Zeikun? Something lights up in the distance, and it takes me a second to realize that it is a raging fire. I hear angry shouting in the same direction. Hurriedly, I go closer to check. A red-haired person comes into view, running past me, and I realize that it's Zeikun. The voices get louder and closer, almost as if they are chasing after him. Oh no. I reach out my hand, trying to grasp him. I slowly open my eyes, realizing that it was a dream. There's something red and fuzzy in front of me. I blink a few times until my vision clears, and then facing Zeikun's annoyed face. What? I hold something soft in my hand, and I quickly realize it is Zeikun's braid. I was just checking on you because you were groaning in your sleep. Now let go of my hair. Immediately release his braid, my cheeks turning red. I never imagined I would do such embarrassing thing. Now that you're awake, come with me. Huh? What? It is early in the morning, and they call me to bury corpses. Zeikun hands me a shovel to dig holes. Are you for real? I'll carry the bodies, you bury them. Why not report this to the police? He said they were already dead. Perhaps if we explain that to them, They can't find the original murder and the village would panic if these bodies turned up. Panic is troublesome. The field looks like a mass murder had taken place. How will you explain this with your bloodstained umbrella and clothes? Self-defense? Hearing it aloud makes me aware of how ridiculous this sounds. There is no way I can talk my way out of it. Investigators will look at their bruises and conclude they were beaten to death. What do you think they'll turn to then? I need that stretch. It's better to bury them, so their souls can at least find peace. Their families won't. They'll keep wanting for them to be found. He starts lifting one of the bodies, piling it on top of the other. I sigh deeply, deciding not to press the issue, and wait for him to grab as many bodies as he can carry. Then I follow him deep into the forest. God, it's exhausting. My arms are burning, but I cannot relax with this huge responsibility on my shoulders. I continue digging. I hope you feel better. It has been good so far. I don't know how long it's been going. Oh. 1.5 hours. Okay, I still have some time left. Wait. I just remembered something. Okay, I'll check it in a bit. The souls of these people can rest in peace after being buried. It is the least we can do for them. A short while later, Zeikun finished carrying all the bodies from the field. I cannot dig fast enough, so he gets another shovel and joins me. I was wondering, how long have you been at this? Only recently. This has been bothering me for a while, but a news article mentioned 2 bodies being found in a river linked to this forest. Do you have a clue about what happened to them? Never stop asking questions. Fine. It's rather unpleasant, so do you remember those missing tourists a couple of weeks back? I think they got too close to the water and slipped, then got swept into the rapids further downstream. Even rocks get crushed into sand grains. They don't survive. I couldn't save them. I silently listened to Zeikun. All this time, there had been rumors that they were killed or misused, kidnapped. I think it was just a tragic accident. Why don't you join the investigators if you're on the same side? Those people shouldn't get involved. And I don't like it. I don't like them. You keep telling others not to get involved, but what about yourself? Zeikun stops and narrows his eyes at my words. Is it a warning? But I cannot stop being curious. No? If you're the forest demon, it explains everything. But I know you're not. They say the demon has horns, and anyone could see you clearly don't have those. I also heard that there are priests in the village, but there is no mention of one of who decide to live inside the forest. This poor guy. I'm going to keep guessing since you won't tell me. Zeikun lets out a sigh and continue to dig. I remember that night you saved me from the Shinigami. For a moment, I thought you had superpowers or something, but I was half asleep at the time. He freezes for a moment, then turns his back to me. He does not say anything. We continue digging for the whole day, and only finish burying the bodies when the sun sets. I feel hungry and thirsty. Right as a thought crosses my mind, Zeikun produces a wild peach out of nowhere, offering it to me. There's more food at the temple. What's that back? It surprises me how much food he has hidden in the temple. Mostly fruit, but I am too hungry to care and eagerly dig in. They're delicious, and I find myself feeling full in no time. I glaze over at Zeikun when I realize he has not taken a single bite. I'm fine. We sit by the temple entrance, staring at the sky. Colors of the sunset reflect the bloody field before us. I clear the fruit peels before continuing our conversation. I'm glad I bumped into you. I didn't mean to, though. I was just running from those weird people and somehow ended up here. They showed up out of nowhere and tried to break into my house. Escaping was my only option. I thought you might know something about them. It's like you don't know how to sit still and be quiet. Please tell me anything you know. Then crosses his arms and looks down at me. To be honest, I don't know anything. I only watch from the sidelines and clean up the mess. And even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you anyway. You aren't useful in the least. And like you, I want to help and find out what happened to them. What have you been doing all this time? Just burying corpses? From his indifferent shrug and cold gaze, you must not care about solving the case. Honestly, I don't want to get involved with either. I wish everyone would just leave me alone. His voice fades at his last sentence. For some reason, that made me feel guilty. I decide to stop pressing him for now. Shortly later, I go home. It has gotten late, the streets are already empty. I wish I could call the police, but after what Zeikun told me, I feel hesitant. Before I enter my house and inspect the exterior, I spot a broken glass flower pot in the corner, but the windows and doors seem to be untouched. The side of my house makes me nervous. I walk around to make sure no one else is sulking around it. When I get inside, I notice the door lock has been broken, but it is otherwise intact. The scratch marks from fingernails in the wood reminds me of the fear I felt. I should call someone in the morning for now. I'll just prop a chair under my doorknob. My attackers also overturned the lamp. Scattered my books and magazines over the floor, but the damage is surprisingly not as bad as I expected. Using a flashlight, I examined the house from inside out. Fortunately, there are no broken windows. I'm in the middle of picking up the magazine when I hear the phone ringing and rush to pick it up. Hello, it's Ivana. Hey, Leoji here. Sorry to call you so late, but is there any chance Ikuya is with you? No, why? I told her to come over yesterday, but she never arrived. I tried calling her phone, but she didn't pick up. Her brother contacted me earlier. Apparently, she didn't go home last night. That sure is odd. It's not like Ikuya to run off without saying anything. Should we search for her? Yeah, in fact, I'm on my way to your place. It is pretty late. Won't you make your dad worry? He probably won't come home tonight because of work. Huh, let's meet at the library instead. Sure. By the way, I think someone broke into my place. I don't think anything was stolen, but the living room is a mess. I will report it for you and have some investigators look into it later. Thanks, Leoje. A short while later, we both arrive at the library building and discuss where we should start looking. We have no clue where she could be. Do you think she got lost or something? She knows her way around this village better than I do. There's no way she'd get lost. Maybe she follows some strangers. She could be in danger. I mean, there are endless possibilities. I'm worried. She doesn't know any self-defense moves. We walked around the village into the wee hours of night, but our search was to no avail. Unless she was kidnapped, the only place left to look is in the forest. Let's call it a night and continue tomorrow. The streets aren't safe around this time. Should we report this to the police or your dad? Missing people normally have to be gone for 3 days before the police can accept the report. But I'm sure my dad will make an exception. We'll look into it as soon as possible. Be careful on your way home in the meantime, Diviana. Right, you too. On my way home, I muttered to myself, where could the Ikuya have gone? I do hope she's okay. The past few days have been so eventful, I paid no attention to you. I'm so sorry, Ikuya. My friend still has not been found after a few days. Even her brother, who she is closest to, does not know where she is. Don't twitch and drive, Leo! The police have already begun to look for her, so we have been not told not to worry. Ryoji and I have been not given up on our search for Ikoya. We investigate the village every day, and at night we pray for a safety return. Now it is exam week, which is a nice attraction. I take a deep breath as Mr. Blanchett hands out exam papers from the front of the classroom. Ryoji leans forward me, speaking in a hushed voice, all secretively, of course, since we cannot talk when the exam is going to start. I bet I'd score higher than you again in this exam. I had no time to study, but there is nothing to worry about. I wait, how are you? And I'm not cute. I forgot. I'm so bad. Um, I'm so bad that I did that bit, um, that bit budget, and I was staring at it, thinking what that was. But hi, how are you? Thank you for the redeem. My posture is fine, and welcome. I hope it was worth it. I was literally staring at the badge before your name and being like, what the heck is that? You're welcome. You want to know what it is, though? You want to know what it is? Where did I put it? Oh, here. Do you want to know what that is? Oh my god. You know what is the worst thing? I was the one drawing it. And I was staring at it being like, what is that spoon? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so dumb. But Leo, for you it's fine. I'm the one who drew it. I'm the one who drew it. So, oh my god. Okay, no. Wait, no. So that Wait appeared and he has the 100-bit budget, and I was seeing it and my brain was like not coding what it was. And I thought it was a spoon of something. So I was just staring at it and then I'm like real, and then I just out have to shout out with, and I was like, wait a minute, that's my beat budget. That was me drawing it. That's not a spoon. That's not a spoon, that's a glass potion. Okay, you know what? You know what? Sorry, Waker. I know you just arrived, but but yeah. Well, beside that, there is also the sub one that I also did. I'll do for Zeph. I'll do the one for Zeph. An alchemy book. You're all collecting alchemy books when subbing. That's why they are different colors. I was also the one drawing it. I'm so proud because it looks so much better compared to last time. So I did all of mine. Um, my badges and channel points. I did them all, so like this, I'm gonna do it before and after. Um, so this is like the basic one for both the first time and the second time. Um, and you're welcome, Waker. I'm not the artist. Nami is the artist. Cell is the artist. Wit is the artist. I'm not the artist. Yeah. This is a before and after. I changed it. It's maybe halfway through this year, like halfway out during the halfway. So yeah. Okay. Then I have my channel points. That's this is the now, and Why do I keep coming here? And this is the before. So you have the before and after. On the left side I'll put always the before, and then on the right side I'll put always the after. Oh my god. To be fair, Zeph, it's not Cthulhu, because that has like a meaning on alchemy. I think it was like the fifth element or something like that. The pentagram is a very ancient symbol of harmony, health, and mystical power, and still considering one of the most. I remember seeing it. Yeah, it's the five elements. Yes, I was right. In neopaganism and modern witchcraft, the pentagram is often used to represent the five elements and to honor the cycle of life and death. Oh wait, I went to the game. Oops. Okay, about the beats. So this is the new one, the basic one for one beat. The colors change, just like the books. Blue. And the first one was like this. And this is like the biggest difference from both of them. This is like the biggest difference from one to another. I was doing the one doing all of them as well. Enjoy your porridge and your tea. But yeah. It's pink and then goes orange. You're just mean. Exams end, and it is time for lunch break. We already approached my desk. How did the exams go? Naturally, it was easy. I'm sure I'll get a higher score than you. Don't get your hopes up just yet. We'll see what the results say. After school, Leoji and I revisit certain spots in the village, hoping to find any clues on Ikuya's whereabouts. I feel like it's my fault. If I didn't invite her that day, she would be safe with us right now. Don't blame yourself, you couldn't have known. Even the cops are having trouble. Time is ticking and it's frustrating, not being able to do anything. I pat his back to comfort him. I'm just as worried about Ikuya as he is. This is the first time something like this has happened. We searched a whole day, but it is futile again. I hope Ikuya has been eating. It's already been days. Shane should know something about tracking people since it's his job. Maybe I should ask him. I visit his house and ring the doorbell, but there is no answer. Then again, it is already night. He could be out on a case. If he is, then he might still be busy. I should not disturb him. The police have been investigating the forest. Maybe I can check there too. I would call Yori to join me, but I don't want to bother him. I know he has been searching without me. He looked really tired that morning at school earlier. As I walked through the forest, I noticed that there are no investigators around. I did not expect them to go home this early. Well, at least there's no one to stop me from looking around. Zeikun pops up in my mind. He is like the forest guardian. He would notice right away if anyone entered the forest. Maybe he even knows I'm right here now. I'm here right now. He won't be happy to see me, but if there is even the slightest chance it's so clear, I have to ask him. Oh, it's getting dark. My student echo of gunshots in the distance draws my attention, so I head in that direction. Following the sound through the dark trees lead me to the old temple. Chen walks backwards across the field, raising his gun at the temple like a warning. I cannot see very well from where I am, but I recognize Zeikun's figure standing by the entrance. They seem to be watching each other. When Chen reached the edge of the field, he puts down a body, which he had been carrying over his shoulders against the tree. That's Ikuya. As Sharon runs closer to the temple, I go straight for her. No one's scratches or any bleeding. Her skin looks a bit dehydrated, but her clothes are clean. Hey Kiro, how are you? Wait, I messed up. Thank goodness she doesn't look hurt. Judging from the long pauses between her breaths, she seems to be asleep. Part of me is relieved, but it's too early for sheer. Hearing gunshots again, I turn around and my jaw drops at what I see. Out of the field in front of the temple, Chen holds dual guns. They fires without pause, but struggles to follow Zeikun's incredible speed. Zeikun uses the temple monument to cover, dashing closer and closer until he leaps upwards in a sudden attack. Arrows appear above his palms when he extends his arms. They emit a faint glow at first, then light up in flames as he launches them into the air. Chen crosses his arms over his head, using them as a shield. Some arrows strike his guns and simply bounce off. Some zip past him, and others pierce right into his clothes, leaving behind blood-stained tears. They seem equal matched. Each strike made with ruthless precision. The speed of their battle is so dizzying, I can barely follow it. At this rate, someone will die. I try shouting at them, but they do not seem to hear me. I have to stop them somehow. I feel like I'm jumping into a car crash, but I cannot think of anything else. So the other time we owed Shane back, which we are going to do again. I wait for the right moment, then rush in and drop my arms around Shane. Taken aback, he fires at the ground, and the sound makes my ears ring. Don't attack him! Sharon turns to look at me with cold eyes. Are you on the demon side? Wait, are you referring to Zeikun? It tries to shake off, but I refuse to let go. Zeikun must have not noticed me, because more arrows are heading in our direction. I immediately duck, but Sharon does not follow. He stands in front of me instead, acting as a shield. When the arrows sink into his flesh, he grunts, his posture sagging. Ugh! Zeikun, stop this! Zeikun halts in the middle of the field and stares at me with an odd expression. Viviana? Suddenly, Shane drops to the ground, grabs one of the guns and shoots thrice. Zeikun stumbles back, raising his hands to his wands, and the arrows hovering over his shoulder start to falter. While he's caught off guard, Shane continues firing. I'm surprised that he still has strength after taking that hit. Wait, Zeikun! Repelled, I cling into Shane again, using more force to hold him down and causing his next shot to miss. Let go of me already! No way! I won't let you hurt him anymore! Shane tries to forcefully push me away. Then we both get stunned by a bright light. The next moment, Zeikun is gone. I let out a sigh of relief. He must have run off into the trees. What exactly happened between Shane and Zeikun? Shane, why were you... Shane? I glance over at Shane beside me, and I know something is wrong. Drops his gun again, grabbing his stomach with his other hand as he staggers on his feet. The front of his shirt is stained wine red and blood drips into the grass. He coughs a few times before dropping to one knee. Oh no. I quickly move to support him before he falls over and help him to keep balance. Can I remove your mask? It will help you breathe easier. Shane looks slightly dazed, so I reach behind his head and unclip the mask and gently pull it from his face. Should I take it to the hospital? Or... He does not move as he catches his breath. I notice blood leaking from the corner of his lips, so I take a handkerchief from my pocket to wipe it away. This is my fault, I shouldn't have. He gives me a blue-eyed stare and averts my gaze, feeling even more guilty. I cannot find the right words to say. After a few minutes, Shane shifts away from me as he puts his mask back on. He also picks up his guns, tucking them back into their old holsters. He quickly stands being this close. I notice other injuries on his limbs. The dried blood indicates that they were not recent. What was he doing before he fought with Zeikun? Shane goes over to Ikuya, a hand still over his stomach, and he picks her up in his other arm, pulling her over his shoulder. He starts walking away, as it pulls me out of daze. I quickly go after him. Wait, where are you going? Bringing her back. Let me carry her, you're wounded. He ignores my request, and I wonder if it is due to pride or foolishness. He should know how badly hurt he is. Why won't he let me help him? I end up walking behind him shortly after. He arrives at the police office. It is open. When we enter, someone immediately approaches. My, is that Shane? You sure are back early. Also, what happened to you? Don't tell me this blood is yours. I found this missing girl. Take care of her. Hey, good work. Shane stifles and stiffly hands a key over to the man and turns away, already heading for the exit. Are you really okay? Without answering, Shane leaves the police office. I want to stay with Ikuya and make sure she's alright, but I also cannot leave Shane in the state he is in. I rush out of the office to follow him. Shane is nowhere to be seen, but there are small fresh drops of blood on the ground. His injuries must be getting worse. I follow the trail to a straight corner, where I find him leaning against a wall, groaning softly. Moving closer, I notice that his breathing is getting irregular. Wait, Shane, you need treatment. Don't need to act tough in front of me. Let me bring you to the hospital quickly. You... I gasp in shock when he collapses against the wall. No, Shane, don't! Kneeling before him, I check his pulse to make sure he is still alive. Slowly, but still beating. So, he must be in critical condition to have collapsed so suddenly. I have no phone with me to call an ambulance. There are no people around to borrow one from, neither. The hospital is not far from here. I make it. I check for open wounds on his body using my handkerchief to bind them and stop the bleeding. When I lift his body, I notice he is still a bit conscious. His eyes are closed though. I start walking in the direction of the hospital. Since he is so tall, his feet drag along the ground. This guy is so heavy. I should not complain. He is the one who saved Ikoya. I mean his death. When I arrive at my destination, the nurses and doctor take one look at Shane and immediately bring him to the emergency room. I'm relieved to see him in safe hands. Sounds like his condition is critical, but the doctors are confident he'll make it through the night. Some of them even say he has been through worse. Investigators must have it all. I return home with a tight feeling in my chest. I'm glad that Ikuya is back safely, but I cannot relax yet. Things are still hectic in the village. Shane would only shoot at a threat. Did he mistake Zeikun as Ikuya's kidnapper? I do not believe Zeikun would do such a thing. Maybe he found her and was simply taking care of her in the temple. I have to find out what happened. Next day, I wake up early to visit the hospital. The rental visiting hours are not yet open. I want to make sure Shane is fine. Miss, you can't visit the patient now. His condition is stable now, but he is still unconscious. We are not sure when he will wake up. The doctor was wondering what happened to him. Any chance you might know? How could I possibly tell her what happened that night? There was a lot of blood in his clothes too. I wonder... Excuse me? Never mind. When he wakes up, can you tell him Diviana passed by? Sure, I will. A lot of blood. Shen must have been fighting other creatures before he encountered Zeikun. After that, I leave and head to school. On my way to the lockers, I see a large crowd surrounding someone. As I get closer, I realize it is Akuya. She looks overwhelmed. I heard you got kidnapped. Did you see his face? How did they abduct you? I can't believe students are being targeted. How did you even manage to escape? Jeez, give her a break. I forcefully push my way through the crowd and take Yukuya's hand, pulling her away. Wow, Diviana! Oh, I forgot I need to do a voice. Whoops. We stop after we get a distance away, and I turn to look at Yukuya properly. How are you feeling today? Actually, you should be resting.
I have so many things to tell you. You must hear these.
Now? You realize I just pulled you away so you wouldn't feel pressure to talk about it so soon.
Don't you want to hear this? I was kidnapped for a few days and returned unscathed. Isn't that unbelievable?
Don't act like you took a vacation. You and I were so worried about you. We searched everywhere we could think of, and then What happened to you?
Let me think. It happened in the evening when I was on my way to Julieta's place.
Hi Shiro, how are you?
I met this boy and talked to him for a while. He was asking for directions about some kind of haunted house. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure.
That was probably Sashiro.
Everything went black after we departed. And the next thing I remember was I was being carried on the back of a crimson haired man. He was really handsome, but with the way he was so rough with me, you'd think I was a sack of potatoes or something.
I can't do her voice properly, my god. I'm doing okay too. That sounds like Zeikun. What did he do to you?
Well, he didn't have any bad intentions, I think. He brought me to a temple and told me I'd be safe from danger there.
Not knowing how to reply to that, I can only nod as I listen.
I don't know how much time passed because it was so dark inside. But then a creepy guy with a gas mask burst through the doors and tries to take me with him. My memories are so fuzzy when I try to remember. It feels like there is something missing.
It's okay, you probably need more rest. Thanks for telling me.
It's the crimson-haired man was really nice. He even gave me fruit.
What I got from the story was that someone kidnapped her, that Zeikun come to her rescue and keep her safe in the forest temple in case of a second attack. Shane must have caught wind of Ikuya being in the temple and misunderstood the situation, resulting in their fight. My gut tells me it was Kaishi who took Ikuya, but I consider the possibility that someone else could be after her. However, whoever it was, they might try again now that Ikuya is back. I cannot rely on Shane anymore, so I have to protect her myself. How about you stay at my place? We can have some fun together, and I can keep an eye on you in case something happens.
Viviana, I don't need protection, but sure, I'll go anyway.
I feel slightly offended at the first part of the sentence. Hey, I make a good bodyguard. If anyone is a good bodyguard, it would be me.
Oh, Leo. Are you going okay? Are you going too? Great. We could have a sleepover.
Wait, what?
It's been so long since we've been at Viviana's house, hasn't it?
Iko, you can't just... Wait, I'm still lost. What's this about to sleep over? Uki smiles brightly and loops her arm through mine and Leo pulling us close. In truth, I don't think we really feels fine about the situation, but this sleepover would be a good distraction for her. Change my position. Now I'm comfortable again. Besides, it really has been a while since the three of us hang out together outside of class. When we plan the sleepover for tomorrow because Lyoji has job-related duties today. After I enter my room, I drop myself on bed. I feel tired after what happened last night. While staring out into the backyard, I remember the last time I trained this heavily. I half expected Zeikun to knock on the door again. I wonder how Zeikun is doing. I saw the suffering, he suffered quite a few injuries. I'd go to the forest, but knowing him, he would tell me to get lost. There are too many things on my mind. I shake my head, feeling weary, and draw the curtains. The next day, I get ready for the sleepover after class. The guest room is already prepared for Ryoji, and I owe an extra mattress into my room for Ikuya. It does not take long before the first person arrives. After opening the door for Ikuya, she gazes around the living room with narrowed eyes.
Your place looks smaller than I remember.
You're the one who got bigger.
I'm sure flies fast, hehe.
The kid drops her duffel bag close to the table and takes a seat. I go to the kitchen and grab something to drink. Instantly, Lyoji pops up behind Likuya and grabs her shoulders, causing her to jump. Ew! Likuya twists around and glares at him.
I just got traumatized from the attempted kidnapping. Did you really have to?
That's why you should always stay on guard. I was right behind you, but you didn't turn around when I called your name. As Lyoji moves to the couch, he trips over Likuya's bag and stumbles away.
Thanks, Karma.
I return to the living room, seeing my friends banter. You're here early, Lyoji. I thought your after-school activities don't end until later. They don't, but I told them I had more important things to do.
Like scaring the life out of your friend.
I'm glad we're your first priority. By the way, I requested a guard for Ikuya, but it seems the police is lacking in staff. Apparently, they can't get in contact with one of the investigators, and they're scrambling for his replacement. So I volunteered myself, and no one opposed it. Yoshi glances at Ikuya with a chuckle. I think I'm doing a great job so far. He didn't even notice me. Something shifts in Ikuya's eyes, and I know she's thinking about the past few days. I don't think anything is going to happen so soon, but you don't have to be scared anymore, Ikuya.
With you two around, there is no reason for me to be scared.
He smiles innocently and pokes us playfully. Ryoji and Ikuya leave their bags upstairs, and we sit together in the living room, chatting about the things we have recently been into. The three of us do not get to see each other very often after school. On top of his class, president and club duties, Georges frequently helps out his dad at the police office. Meanwhile, Ikuya has been taking care of her older brother, who is easily prone to sickness. They have such busy lives compared to my own dual routine. It feels like time has been moving for everyone except me. What about you, Diviana? What have you been doing? I look up and blink at him. Nothing much. I've just been at home.
That's so boring.
Why don't you join a club? You're welcome in any of mine. We're always looking for new members. None of them really catches my interest. Then make new friends. I'm really happy with you two.
What about the boyfriend? Actually, I haven't heard anything about your love life.
Boyfriend question makes my cheeks flush red.
Oh, unless you already have one?
Okuya gives me a mischievous smile. I turn to Lyoji for help, but he seems curious as well.
Oh, is Lyoji not allowed to hear?
What?
Or Diviana, could it be Lyoji himself is involved?
Rio wistfully sighs, looking at me and Lyoji like she's looking at a car crash.
The hopeless destiny of love between childhood friends.
I shake my head and sighed. Okuya will not let this go until she is satisfied, so I decide to make something up. There is someone I like, but he's very reserved and I don't often get to speak with him.
So, you want to spice up the relationship, huh?
Relationship? Or just acquaintance?
This is the first time I heard you talking about anyone like that. It must be pretty special. Lyoji, you're the relationship expert. Give her some advice.
You must be joking. I've never been in a relationship before. You know that I'm horrible at this kind of stuff.
Well, let's say you're in a situation where someone likes you. What do you like them to do?
He scratches his head, blushing a little. Otiko and I look at him attentively. I was not expecting the conversation to turn out this way, but now that we are at it, I would like them to be straightforward to avoid confusion. In other words, you would have to tell me in person. Huh? That approach might be too direct.
It isn't as simple as that.
How would someone know if you don't say it directly? Viviana, be yourself around him and act natural. It's better when the person you like is a good friend at the same time.
Gentlemen, that's when you get friend-zoned before having the chance.
I don't think my bad habits should be part of my charm.
Don't worry, that makes you the cutie piano we know.
Feeling flattered, I smile at them. The recent events have been getting to me, but talking to my friends cheers me up. It makes me think about my life. That's turned around after meeting Zeikun. We frankly bump into each other. I consider Zeikun more of an acquaintance than a friend. So then, why do I keep worrying about him? Do I actually like him? I just want to keep him company since he seems alone all the time. I think it's just misunderstood. I want him to know that not everyone thinks of him the same way. I want to see him again. After night falls, I make dinner for Yoji and Ikuya. I feel like having dessert, but I do not have any at home. I'm going to the convenience store. I'll be right back. You want me to go with you? Nah, I can handle it. It isn't that late, and there's not much to buy anyway. With a bag filled with ice cream and delicious treats, I march back home. I'm sure they will be overjoyed with their favorite treats. When I turn the corner, I bump into something large and furry. I step back, dazed at what stands before me. Huge beast. It looks familiar somehow. There are people passing by, but none of them seem to notice it. Could it be that I'm the only one who can see it? The beast glances at me for a second, then dashes away in the opposite direction. It reminds me of the cat creature I met once before, but this one is a lot bigger. I want to chase it again. Change my mind. Friends are waiting for dessert, and it is getting dark. I wonder if this is what Zeikun meant about spirits within the village. Hey, I'm back. Huh? Where are they? It is oddly silent. I go upstairs and hear voices from my room.
Ryoji, be careful, please.
I'm doing my best, besides, this was your suggestion. This is so difficult.
Fine, I'll do it.
I hear both of them having sighs. Having sighs. Oh, that's my hair.
Whoops. Maybe we should move the drawer for more space. That way I can reach it for it better.
There's no more space. Never mind, we're not making any progress. Go aside. Okay, almost. A little more. Ugh.
Wow!
Seriously? What are they doing in there? I enter my room and turn on the switch. I find Ikuya standing in the middle of the room. Yoji is on his knees, exhausting clear on his face.
Viviana, you're finally back!
My two friends making weird noises in the dark. This isn't what you think it is. Ikuya was acting silly and wanted to put her bunny hair bow on me. I was trying to get it off, but accidentally got it stuck behind the drawer. The klutz bumped against the light switch. I told her to find the switch, but she insisted to get her hair bow first. Talk about troublesome.
But everything's fine now. Yoshi already got it back for me, hehe.
I shake my head at this too. Even after years, they still act like children. Don't fumble around in the dark. You could have bumped into something and hurt yourself.
I just wanted my bunny bow back. It is a precious gift from my brother.
We head back to the living room to dig into the food I bought from the store. We chat for a bit longer until we start to feel sleepy. I pull Ikuya to my room. Yoshi starts to follow us, but I stop him, pointing to the guest room. Why am I the only one sleeping in a different room? I don't want you to stare at us while we are changing. What kind of person do you think I am? A closet pervert? Yoshi rolls his eyes, stifling a small laugh. It is not fair that you two are having fun in the other room. It's so lonely. Shut up and be lonely. I push him in the guest room and close the door.
Oh, poor Yoji.
He has no choice. My room can't fit 3 people. I'm sure he understands.
This takes me back into elementary school sleepovers we had. We should do this more often, it's so fun.
Yeah, I agree. With the queen beside me, I do not have to worry about her. Shortly after, I fall asleep with a smile. A strange noise suddenly wakes me up. I open my eyes and rub my face. When my blurry vision clears, I see someone bent over me with a white grin. I covered my mouth with his hand before I can scream. Moving his face closer, he whispers, I wasn't expecting you to wake up. It's interesting how easily you pick up my presence compared to everyone else. Thank you for bringing me the other cursed soul. It saved me the trouble of searching for her. Again? I wrestle against his grip, but he forcefully grabs my wrist with his other hand. Ikuya, you... Yes, it was me. This time I will take you both. Like hell that's happening. Yes, it will. Unfortunately, our game ends here, Diviana. No way, can you read my thoughts? I need to get him away from Ikuya. While Kashi has pinned down my arms, I can still move my legs. I forcefully shove a knee into his guts, causing him to pull back. It is only then that I realize he is floating a few inches above me. I grab Kashi by the arm and as I throw open the window, shoving him out of my room. I quickly slammed it shut before I could react. What the heck? I wait for him to materialize back inside my room, but he remains outside, frowning at me. He can appear and disappear as he likes, but it must only work for a place with entry points. Suddenly, he flies downwards. It will not be long until he returns. I have to get him away from the house. I leap off my bed and silently head for the restroom. I barge into it without knocking and shakily urge awake. The kidnapper is here. Stay here and protect Ikuya while I lure him away. Diviana, what? His sleepy face looks at me in confusion, but sensing the urgency in my voice, he nods. Taking an umbrella with me as a weapon, I head out. It is not like I want to kill Kaishi, but he is being very annoying right now. A good conk on the head might do him some good. I had not done any research on ways to stop the Shinkan, but I'm sure he must have some kind of weakness. Oh, you're taking me on alone? He was spread on the back of my neck. In surprise, I turned around and swung my umbrella, but I hit nothing. He then appeared before me, smirking, as black smoke rises from his shadow. Knowing him and his dirty tricks, I decided to turn into the street. I wish I had Zeikun's powers like Zeikun. This is hardly a fair match. After a while, I turn my head and realize that Kaishi is right behind me. When he reaches his arm out for me, I think I'm done for. Then something jumps between us, causing Kaishi to pull back. It's a spirit I saw earlier. It stands protectively before me and growls at Kaishi. I see you brought company. I thought it will help you. He raises an arm and the seed suddenly materializes in his hand. Without communication, the two start to fight. Kashi attacks are grand, but the spirit flips through them smooth like butter. worry about the spirit, but it seems to be defending itself well. However, I cannot seem to land an attack on his own. Wanting to help, I wait for an opening before I leap forward, swinging my umbrella at Kaishi. He dodges and moves away from either of us, lowering his seat. 2 against 1 isn't exactly fair. Does the one who uses Shinigami powers whenever he wants? Your role is so amusing. This is a waste of time. Better be taking an easier prey. He turns away and heads back in the direction of my house. Oh no, is he after Ikuya? I bow politely to the spirit before rushing back home. The house is silent when I get back. I go upstairs to find Ikuya still asleep, with Ryoji sitting on the floor beside her. It seems like Ryoji has not yet arrived. Ryoji Kaishi. It's Kaishi, right? Kaishi. Are you alright? Where did you go? Don't worry, I'm unarmed. I went after the kidnapper, but he got away. Diana, you're taking too crazy actions. Why didn't you call me for help? Who else was going to protect Ikuya? I'm surprised at her ability to slip through all of this. That's so typical of her. I'll file a report to the office tomorrow. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you both safe. Did you see the kidnapper's face? Yeah, but he isn't anyone from the village. A blond, tall man with green eyes. He wears a white shirt and a black sweater vest. Ryoji mumbles the time mark and nods slightly. Well, we're not dealing with... Never mind. Thank you, Ryoji. I think we should stay separated. The perpetrator knows where I live now, so in my return. Perhaps Ikuya can stay at the office for a while. Given that reason, you should come too. I have a better idea. I'll 4 guards around my place to set a trap. Next time, they will surely catch him. Ryoji frowns and drops his head. I hope you know what you're doing. With Shane out of commission, he has no enemies to keep him at bay. Ryoji, you should head back to sleep. I'll watch over Ikuya. By the way, before you go to bed, make sure to keep the windows closed. Good night, Viviana. The next day, I decide to check on Zeikun. I have no clue where Zeikun might be, but I think to check the temple first. There are guards at the entrance of the forest, but I avoid them by taking a different path. I hope he's okay. Find Zeikun in a corner. His clothes are torn from last night's battle with Shane, and I notice wet blood still seeping through the fabric. His injuries must not have healed yet. Then I realize he looks different. Horns stick out from either side of his head. A dark aura surrounds him. He looks almost like a demon. Is he really? He senses my presence and looks at me with fierce, narrowed eyes, recoiling like a wounded beast. I freeze up as they glare, not daring to come closer. His expression softens when I realize it is me. Oh, it's just you. Surprised at this form? I thought you were already aware of it. No, I wasn't sure. Are you scared now? I shake my head, unable to look away. His captivating appearance renders me speechless. Thinking back on all the time I spent with him, I never imagined Zeikun would be like this. He matches my gaze, considering something. When I step closer, he suddenly raises his arms, a ball of light suddenly forming at his fingertips. He launches it at me without another word. Oh, what? I reflexively raise my arms to shield myself. However, the ball seems to eat something and burst into particles just before I could reach me. What happened? So I was right. What do you mean? One of those blasted souls. Also, I love his human appearance, I'm sorry. He knows about this too? Yes, I should send this to Nami though. He knows about his soul blessed? I've been told my soul's cursed. He raises his eyebrow at my statement. Cursed, you say? It's only a curse to demons since you are immune to their spells. Wait, I'm confused. Why are you here anyway? He must have told you that I was dangerous. That night, Shane told me that Zeikun was a demon. But I still don't believe he is the same demon from the legends. He saved me, and my friend too. He shoots another spell at me, but this time I do not budge. It vanished into thin air once again. So now you're acting tough? However, your barrier doesn't work against physical attacks. Zeikun stands and walks toward me. I remain in my spot, lifting my chin to gaze defiantly at him as he approaches. Both his height and his appearance make him intimidating. But I do not go back. I do not back off. He reaches me for me, but stops short, meeting my gaze. Have you changed your opinion of me yet? Your injuries will get worse if you keep pushing yourself. Worry about yourself, idiot. Zeikun lets out a sigh and pulls away from me, mumbling in his usual tone. I hate being stared at when I'm in this form. I'm sorry, you just look so intriguing. You're not as terrifying as I thought you'd be. I came to thank you for saving Ikoya. She is doing fine now. I knew you don't hurt people. You both carry the same hair about you. The match is cursed, blessed too. There are different types of blessings, but I don't know what they are. Yours seems like some sort of a shield. Most blessed ones can reflect spells and can't be possessed by demons or spirits. Ironically, that makes them even more attractive to some species. Basically, forbidden apples. This is why they should stay away and not get involved in dangerous affairs. Crosses his arms and gives me a serious expression. I feel like a child being lectured. 10 moments pass in silence before he finally sighs and changes the topic. What are you going to do now that you know my identity? I'm going to spread the truth and change your reputation. If I know that you mean no harm, then the occultists will stop hunting for you. It's useless to try to change a mindset that's been the same for centuries. Even if they know the truth, there will always be a scapegoat. That's enough reason for them to hate me for all this misfortune. It won't do much good either way. In the end, you'll be the one who gets hurt, so just give up. I'm not giving up. You really think that telling them the truth would solve everything? People believe that what they want to believe. The fact remains that I'm a demon living in the forest. There's no use convincing those who don't listen. I'll make them listen. What do you even know about me? I feel my chest ache when he directs his words at me. That gives me more reason to understand you. Aren't you the hypocrite here? I keep giving you the benefit of the doubt, but you have a fixed view of me. For a moment, his expression softens. He looks as if he wants to say something up to me, but quickly shakes his head. Don't trouble yourself over this, but I won't worry about it. We should show the villagers you're not a bloodthirsty killer demon. You know, one way to change their minds is to expel their doubts about you. Maybe if you work together with the investigators to catch the real culprit. I don't like them. The silence followed between us after Zeikun makes clear he does not want to change his reputation or accept help. His words made sense, of course. It is difficult to change how people think. Have I been doing the impossible all this time? No, there must be a way. After all, stories do not always stay the same after being passed down countless times. He sits down near the futon. I follow, taking a seat next to him. Being this close to him, I can see his wounds clearly. The blood stains on his clothes are so dark they almost look like ink. It's already been days. Why don't you heal yourself? You did it to me once. It doesn't work on my own body. The willows were enchanted, but I've already removed them. It just takes a long time to heal. He averts his gaze and turns his face away. I wonder if this is the first time he got hurt this badly. Imagine he hasn't been involved in a tense conflict in a long time. This means that he's been sitting in a corner, trying to let it heal naturally, or who knows how long. It must be so lonely. Is Zeikun aware of modern medicine like pills, antiseptics, such? Or has he never bothered to look into it, because he never tries to step into the village? How is that man doing? Oh, do you mean Shane? He's been unconscious since your fight. I didn't mean to. Never mind. I think he was under the misconception that you took Ikoya. Because of that, he wanted me there. He's after supernatural beings, so perhaps he suspected you as a demon. Do you? Of course not. Zeikun looks at me, then shakes his head while hiding a smile. He lets out a deep sigh and lifts his chin to stare up at the ceiling. You're right. I'm not a demon they speak about in the myths and stories. That with my grandmother. She grew greedy for power, leading other demons to turn against her. That's what caused all the bad rumors too. Eventually she repeated what she saw. Balance found its way back, and all that was left was this forest. This place is my only memory of her, so I say to protect it. With this color, I'm chained to this place. It was her last gift. It sounds more like a curse than a gift. You locked your freedom away. I was given a purpose to live. I don't care about the rest. When I was younger, I thought of leaving, but I gave up on the idea. Since these stories have been around for a long time, does that mean you are as old as this forest? I'm just as old as I look. You have lived centuries with that iron face. I pity you for being misjudged all this time. It's what I deserve for what my ancestor had done. You are you. Their actions don't decide your fate. Even if I change my path, my past stays fixed. You people are so fixated on your history. Well, we try to understand history so we can avoid repeating mistakes, but I'll admit that it doesn't always work. People stick to what they believe. You finally understand what I'm getting at. Right now, I have nowhere else to go. I can only protect this forest. Zeikun scratches his head. It takes some time to get used to, but this place isn't that bad. There are spirits living here, most of which can protect themselves from humans. Suddenly, small glowing balls of light materialize in the air and start dancing around me. Shaped like marshmallows, they have characters written on them, girl and boy. You can see them. They have decided to open up to you. Oh my, I can't believe the spirits look this cute. I watch them float in the air. They seem fun to play around with. I notice Zeikun watching me with an amused smile. It is the first time I've seen an expression like that. I cannot help but blush. Most of them live in the forest. There are a few wandering in the village as well. Some have harmful intentions though, so it's better not to trust any of them. Spirits and humans are not supposed to get along anyway. Would they attack humans? My job is to protect them from others, not the other way around. Wow, this is a whole new world. A new fantastic point of view, yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. You know? You know? But yeah, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a dancing place I never knew. But when I saw I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world. Wow. And then Leo just called me stupid. Wow. Wow. How mean. Look. Me and Crow were talking, and he was like, "That's crazy." And my mind went like, "That's crazy. We finish each other sandwiches." That was what I was saying. Just like... So. Oh my god. Okay. Dinner time is over. I've always been scared of things I can't touch, but you showed me a different side of them. Huh? Anyway, I think I figured out why so many people are getting possessed. There should be a guardian in this village who keeps corrupted spirits in check, but it disappeared a while ago. I don't know what happened to him. I know numerous priests, The guardian I'm talking about is not human. He originally lived in this temple, long before I got here. I wasn't really familiar with him, but I know that he purifies the spirits. If he had been here, I wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. Right? You know another thing? A lot of people also pointed out that Anna is the only one that has a dual song with a villain. Is the guardian a demon like him or something else? Ashes is the other one, a supernatural being, I know, but it definitely isn't a guardian. We continue talking until late nights, until night falls. Zeikun shares more about himself, like how he wants to treat demons and villagers. As we You know what is the worst part, Liam? I already played this part of the game, and I don't remember. I think I probably reacted to it because my mind just went straight for it. So I think like I probably, when I first went through this, and when I saw like a whole new world, probably I would just went like straight sung the song in my voice. But now I realize like the second phrase it said, because for me it was, I only needed the MC going like a whole new world. Like duet? No. Because for example, in Pocahontas, Savage, the song Savage, we have a bunch of people singing it. And you have the villain, the main villain, the big guy, and Pocahontas' father. But also Pocahontas also sings in that song. But it's not a duet. Yeah, I'm still on Zeikun around. Do you like his demon form? But yeah. Because like if anything would be on Wish, but I don't think Asha has a duet with Magnifico. No, she has. So before um so before the movie Wish came out last year, Anna and Anna and was the only one who has a duet with a villain. But if I'm not mistaken, Asha from Wish has a duet with Magnifico when he's showing her the wishes. Let me just check. I don't remember the name of the song. I need to go to Wiki. Wish, Wikipedia. Music. Wish soundtrack. His wish. No, this is. Oh yeah, okay, I found it. It's called At All Costs. This. Until Wish came out, Anna was only one way to duet with a villain. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that when you said the fight. It's not a fight, but yeah. Because then, like, when you said the fight, I started remembering the Wind of Wish. And then I remember that song, and I remember watching it and being like, now they can't say that Anna is the only one singing with the villain. Because then I remember, like, how I see Wish as a compilation of Disney stuff, as a celebration for Disney 100. So yeah. Yes, there is a DLC for this game that is being done. It's not released yet, stuff. Leo, again, about Wish. I feel because like the people who made Wish are the same people, the writers and directors are the same people who made Frozen, and as they had to change Frozen from like removing Elsa from being the villain to being Hans, I believe they had the same issue again, and Disney forced them to make Wish a celebration for Disney 100th anniversary since it was going to release during that time. And so I feel like Wish is more like a compilation of like a lot of like Easter eggs together and things together. And to be going like really like I Wish Upon a Star type of thing. Because of that. So yeah, my point of view is like, yes, the movie is good and everything, but I don't see it as like an original movie. I see it as a compilation and a celebration. So my point of view is also different. Yeah, about people saying it felt like an AI wrote it, I feel like people are also being a lot more picky lately in terms of movie stuff and things and stuff like that. Because since there has been... Sometimes we just keep overdoing the same concept. So then when there is something good, when there is something new, or it goes really good, like Pop Demon Hunters, or it goes really bad, like Wish, that has... So yeah. It wasn't written by AI, Zeph. That was people are saying. It's not what happened. I'm also Disney simp, yeah. But that's also something, for example, that I talk with my therapist. That's like, even though I like Disney and you all know me and say that this actually stands for Disney instead of Tiviana, there are things like, for example, I don't agree because you know how they are all about like, oh, be yourself, and blah 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 blah. But Disney and other companies, Netflix for example, but whenever a movie or season or series is being produced, normally the actors dress in a way or act in a way in order to promote the work they are doing. And sometimes it's by contract, and that happens a lot in Disney. So like it kind of goes a little bit with be yourself kind of message that they try to put out there in a lot of their stuff. Another thing, for example, was a controversy with the lack of representativity in the LGBTQ plus community, where even people got fired about it, and then eventually after all the controversy and the problems coming out, they eventually did Strange World, which had a bit of it, but it was more like a side thing to it, because it was they decided to focus more on the family than on the romantic and the romantic part. They recently brought more about it on Win or Lose. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it, however not being like totally happy with how Disney approached a certain character, and the way they explained it was just like an excuse because of political stuff. So yeah. Back to the game. I say back to the game, but I need to. But it's been 3 hours. Oh my god. I said back to the game, and then I noticed the time, and like, maybe not back to the game. Oh my god. See, this is your fault. You make me talk. Okay, let's see who is on. Who do I feel like raiding though? Ooh, Digi's on. I haven't raided her in a while. And I see that she's also playing a visual novel. A pretty recent visual novel. For 1 hour. We're gonna raid DJ. I'm gonna raid DJ. So that's the raid message for who is sub. And this is a raid message for who isn't sub. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me today. I really appreciate it. Why can't I copy my own read message? I'm gonna copy it from the. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next week. Don't know when. Don't know with what. But I'll be back. We still have Mailmo, Genshin, Great Pizza, Great Pizza, Good Pizza, Great Pizza that I haven't touched in a while. Or more finding more cats games. Or starting a new one, I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And till next week. Bye bye.